Good morning, Starseeds. 9:25 Texas time. Sunday morning. I'm having a really hard time resonating with anything or anyone. I'll hear a reading and I'm like, that happened like 4 weeks ago. So now I'm just thinking that maybe part of my problem is I timeline jumped. So that might be something that's going on with you right now, where you feel like a glitch in the matrix almost, where you're resonating with people, things that you're hearing, the things that you're seeing, you're just everything coming into your awareness, and you're just like, it was like 4 weeks ago for me, or even a couple of months ago for me, maybe 3 months ago. Now all of a sudden I realize I feel like a singular person out here. That is a sign you have timeline jumped. So let's talk about timeline jumping. Timeline jumping, timeline jumping, timeline jumping, oh, jumping over you. I'm kidding. But perhaps you're like, that game you play when you're a kid? It's like a frog game or something, but you like jump on somebody's back and then jump over. That's what I'm seeing. So maybe you're just jumping over all the people that are in your life, and it's probably time to trade them out. I think that was yesterday's message, right? So I guess we're going back to where we started. And you're just going to be jumping all over the place, just like that card did. Virtue. Three of Wands. Knight of Cups. It's funny. In the top deck, the Knight of Cups shows a Cancer. Well, it has a crab, if you will. The thing is the Knight of Cups is actually the Scorpio card, and the King of Cups is the Cancer. So something's reversed. Maybe you had two serious relationships, one with a Scorpio, one with a Cancer. So let's say you had a long-term relationship with a Cancer and a short-term with the Scorpio. It's going to reverse. The kings will reverse. The knight will become the king, and the king will become the knight. Something like that. And the Four of Wands right after that. So the 3 to the 4. At least we're climbing in fire. I also see that being like the World card. Aries. Is that Mars? Aries and Mars, yeah. So maybe you're shaking things up. You're shaking things up. That is so funny. I love it when that happens, because it's like they know. It's funny because I used to tell this guy that whenever he'd pass my house to honk his horn. That was a pretty loud honk. That was like a year ago. So maybe something's coming back from a year ago. Maybe a Scorpio's coming back from a year ago. Maybe you have two Scorpios coming back from a year ago. Okay? And it might have you shelling up like the crap. Like, it's time to go back into my home and just kind of cut off anything from this past. I see you taking dominion over it. And now we have the Two of Cups. What happens when you add fire and water together? It's just like steam, right? So maybe things were really steamy between you two. Maybe the sex was like off the chain, probably the best you ever had. Now I hear that song, the best I ever had, with the Magus. So perhaps, now I'm seeing like a Harry Potter wand, and there's a lot of fire, so a lot of wands. So maybe you're like weaving your way through the dark and through your emotions, and you're just kind of like parting the sea, and you're like, get away from me. Maybe you're trying to use more logic, although I don't see any air yet. Number sequences are 33 and 22. So maybe you have a master 33 and a master 22. I did say something about the knight and the king, so switching roles. So maybe you were paired up with a master 22. You'll now be paired up with a master 33, and maybe that masters you up. Maybe you're a master 22, and when you get with a 33, what does that make, 55? Something like that. For confirmation in the background. .6:44 on the timer. Maybe you've been with a 33 and a 22, and now it's time you meet a 44. Pleasure, 6. So sitting with your self-love, making your money, your independence, your growth, your health, your wealth, when all of those things really start projecting outwards, it really does take a very particular energy or person, because you've done so much growth in order for you to stop to see the mirror of reflection, right? It has to gather a lot of energy from you in order for you to catch wind of it. So as it's spiraling into you, into your energetic field, you'll notice it feels different. So therefore you're going to look at it differently. Whereas before you were stuck in your hermit mode with the Magus. You were just probably at home creating magic. Everywhere that you went, you created magic. So now, due to the universe's law, right? Universal law, it has to mimic back what you are projecting out into the world, right? Out into the world. The inner circle is going to have to come back and mirror something different to you. The law of energy. With pleasure. Strength and adjustment were popping their heads out. So once you use that self-love as your strength, and no matter what evil you encounter, you are able to love it and fill it with grace and humility. You can turn any evil person into a kind person, even just for a moment, because we all share that DNA strand, okay? The Buddhists or some different outlooks would say that we don't see it as the devil and an angel, okay? We see it as the evil just needs love. So make the devil bow to you, my friends. You are the 144 energy after all, and you are the master magician. So don't be a non-playing character in your role here on this earth, my friends. Wake up, my sleepy giants. It is time to put on the suit and armor and get out there. 9:38, Texas, baby. Love you. I got more of this to do today.